national service. We are looking at how you can optimize your national service experience. We are looking at how you can effectively network during your NSS. We're also going to look about skill development. And then we are going to talk about career planning. This is your foremost taste of the job market. And these are five critical pillars, five critical areas that you need to master. So you are ushered into your national service the right way. The right way. I'll pray briefly and then we can get into it. Father Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for the audience. Thank you for putting this together. We ask that as we have this session, you will go with us and you make this discussion fruitful for all. In Jesus' name, amen. Again, for those who join, I'll be your host for today. My name is Maximising. I'm the CEO of Trybe Pro Consult and the facilitator for today's sessions. I would start with the Honorable Raymond Kluche of yes, Raymond Kluche of Big Spark in the United Kingdom. He is a renowned data scientist, a programmer. He's a bilingual. Raymond speaks English and French fluently. He also plays the keyboard very well. Very talented man. Raymond also mentors several other IT personnel, and then he's also a podcast host. Mr. Raymond Kluche, you are welcome. I'm going to pin your profile and then give you the spotlight right now. Carry over, sir.
Right. Thank you so much. It's quite surreal to hear all these great things about me. But anyways, I hope you can all hear me. If you can hear me, I'm outside, so if you can hear me, just ensure that thumbs up or maybe just react so that I'm sure that I'm clear and there's no background noise. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Figo. Thank you, and I'm very, 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 very humbled to be part of this panel and also the esteemed guests or the panelists that are here to have this interesting discussion. For me, this discussion is very pivotal to me because when I think back at how I started my national service and where I am today, I realized that if I had someone at that time, a lot of things would have gone better. But anyways, a bit of context. I'm Raymond. I grew up in Ghana, spent practically my entire life in Ghana, close to about 23, 24 years. Then I did my national service at the University of Ghana. Then I moved to France for 3 years, hence why I speak fluent French, and then currently I'm in the UK. So I'm going to touch on my journey into national service. So everyone who knows me knows that I've always been an orator. So it was two things for me. Either I was going to be a lawyer or a writer. And then there's another aspect of me, because of my dad's work, I've always loved to be a pilot, right? So the plan was for me to go to piloting school, even right after WASI. After some discussion and advice from a few people who have been in the industry for a long time, they advised me to get a university degree because that's a better way to get your foot in the door. So I went to read IT University of Ghana, and to be very honest, I didn't really like it. IT was not very much my forte. It's also weird that I had a podcast and I called it Texas Podcast. But fast forward, I struggled through my time in the University of Ghana. It wasn't the most exciting time for me, but I believe it was very pivotal in doing the things that I currently do. So I didn't finish the class I wanted to finish. 2 weeks to graduation, we got an email or got some form of notice from the school or from our department that our grades are going to change. So apparently our A's are turning to B's, B's to C's, C's to D's. Typical kind of, narrative. So I was in a strong upper, but unfortunately when things changed, I moved to a lower. I was distraught because I am a brainy person, and I'm not the smartest in the room, but definitely I didn't think that was where I belonged. So it really hurts me. So I remember the time when I was going for my certificate, walking through. I was a assistant head boy in a fancy school. That's where, for those who are mobile, you can give me a thumbs up. And for me, I just felt like, I disappointed my parents, disappointed a lot of people. So I didn't want to go for my graduation. Now, my final year project was on a traffic engine system. So you see what Google Maps currently has when you're walking or when you want to find if a place is going to be congested. I did something simple around that using a few algorithms like Dijkstra's algorithm A star, so shortest path kind of thing. So it was typical tech concept. So they liked the way I was able to apply the theory into practice, into a practical project and made it very fun. So it was a mobile app that was taking the speed for when you're walking, it's recording your speed, putting it in a database, then calculating the mean, max, technical statistics, and be able to show you if the is going to be congested or not. So my department liked it, and they asked me to stay as a teaching assistant. Now, if you know anyone who's supposed to be a teaching assistant, it's supposed to be your first class. You're supposed to be brave. You're supposed to feel like, I'm here because of merit. But that wasn't my case. It was because of my project. Now, at the same time, I had an opportunity to work at Starbucks, which was an airline. I did an internship there through the help of my dad, and also everything was ready for me to become, the pilot I was going to become. So I had some discussions with my dad and a few people who were more advanced in their careers, and they were like, I should go for the teaching assistantship. It was hard because I'm already on the path to become a pilot, and you're telling me to go and teach when I didn't finish the class I wanted. Anyways, about 3 weeks after Starbucks and the Starbucks collapsed. So I was saved, in so many ways. So moving or zoning into my teaching assistantship, I got a chance to work with a lecturer called Mr. Anand, who was in charge of database programming and all that. I was helping him handle algorithms, database management, and programming. So I was teaching data structures and algorithms and all. And these are courses that I really struggled with the students. So this time my goal was to be able to transfer the knowledge to people in a better format than it was given to me. Now, I did that for a year, and I was interacting with him. At the same time, he was doing his professional doctorate at the University of East London, and he told me about data science. And I was like, okay, what's this whole thing on the data science? And that's when he told me to apply for a master's program. I applied to France and moved there, and that's how I got to France. Now, I'm giving you this context because here I am. I was at the place where I felt I didn't really belong because of my academic, achievements. But through that opportunity, I learned so many things. Now, how did I approach my national service? My national service for me, I like to give back to people. So when Frigo asked or when Nana asked me to do this, giving back to people is very much a thing I like to do, especially the young minds. I like to see a young man blossom and become what he wants to be. So that's why you just look at my podcast. My podcast is a means to, give back. So going into my national service, mine was to find a way to give back to people, and I wanted to be able to have impact in people's lives. So when I became a teaching assistant, it wasn't just, the average teaching assistant who just come to teach and go. I got people very, very close. And that is why now some of them are translated into, very good friendships. I've helped a few of them get into some good companies here in the UK, got a few of them to, get into master's programs, and a lot of them are flying all over. So the reason why I'm giving this context is the level of intentionality that you have to apply into your national service. I knew that the national service, I knew that the department was just going to be a springboard for me to go to the next step. However, it had all the necessary tools and all the necessary, like the necessary environment to hold me in an all-round way so that I can develop fully. Because I realized that the aspect of me, yes, I'm an orator, I can do public speaking, but I didn't think I was very good at communicating scientific or technical concepts because I didn't think with the first class. And I'm sure a few of you here probably, didn't finish with the class you wanted. You feel like your life is about to, end. And your life just got started. Trust me, there's so much to learn. So first and foremost, be very intentional. Ask yourself the question of, why am I here? What is the main focus for me being here? Now, some of you are going to get a chance to work in very prestigious institutions, the PwCs, the Deloitte. Some of you may even get a chance to not maybe do national service at all. That's fine. But this is basically do national service. A few of you may also become traffic wardens, all right? A few of you may also have to become teaching assistants. Some of you will have to become a secretary, whatever it is. I know the government has put these things in place so that, people suggest, it can be very balanced so that everyone can have an opportunity. Wherever you are placed, there is an opportunity for you to grow and learn. The most important thing for you to now identify those growth points for you, those who are about to start. If you're going to be a teacher in a remote place, that is an opportunity for you to work, have great impact, and shape the minds of these young people who are about to work, grow and become the great leaders. Because we keep saying that the young people are the leaders of tomorrow. But the thing is, what are we doing? How are we empowering them what are we doing to be able to make sure that they can become the leaders of tomorrow? So first off, plan. Go into your national service with intentionality. Look around you and see how can I be impactful to people. And when I'm talking about impact, I'm not just talking about impact on your level. It could be bottom up and it could also be what up to the top management. Look at the current processes. Some of you are very well versed with, software tools, Microsoft, Forms, Google, Calendar, whatever it is. Wherever you find yourself, if there's an opportunity to be able to apply a tool that can help improve the processes of your current company, do do well to propose it. One thing about national service personnel is they think it's not like I'm just being given the the sub kind of work is not very very important and all. But trust me, the work you are doing is valuable. The next thing is to network. You never know where the next person is going to be. When I say network, I'm not just talking about trying to just get in front of senior management, but also try and get to know what your colleagues are interested in. I have a lot of friends. Oh wow, so sorry about the lightning changing on outside. I have a lot of friends who I've had a lot of opportunities. A lot of opportunities have been given to me by virtue of the fact that I have a close relationship with someone. Even an example is being my podcast. My friends, encourage me to get on my podcast and do the things that I'm currently doing. And through that, I've had a plethora of people from diverse walks of life, different um, different salary brackets, whatever it is maybe you're interested in as a young person, who have been very pivotal in growing my career. So think wide. Do not treat the opportunity as okay. I'm just coming to do this for I don't know how much. I don't know how much it is now. Whether it's five at my time it was 599, so it was like I'm going to get my 599 at the end of the month. Make sure that whatever it is that you are doing, you can tie it to your growth all around. Now here I am. I know Frigo said I speak fluent French. Yes, I have opportunities to go and do my master's through my national service. Now I speak fluent French. I have a podcast. I work in a tech company. I do not look very much like the second lower that I had at the time, seeing that my life had come to an end. So I know that a lot of people who are going to say a lot of things, and I wouldn't want to bore you. I would rather like to answer a few of the questions. But this is my nugget. So I just want to summarize it in a few words. Go into your national service with intentionality. Understand that you are going to be working with people who are going to be in different places that may have a pivotal role in your career. So network and network hard. Also, do not go and be very silent. Propose things, software tools, processes that can help wherever you find yourself work better. More importantly, make sure you enjoy it and come out into a better version of